Yet bad movies are made. We all know this. How does that happen? I mean, if gut becomes, if we're all sort of the purveyors of taste and gut, and we look at it and we just know, I mean,
We're
how does
not.
it happen?
We're not, because so many of the people who are making the decisions are making them based on fear, or making them based on somebody is the friend of the head of the studio, or somebody has got a movie star, and even though we all think the script sucks, hey, big movie star X or Y wants to do it, and who am I to say that I'm wrong? Maybe I'm right. Or also there's something that comes in that's wonderful and it goes to shit during production because everybody hates each other. There's a million ways. I mean, it's like flying. The military now makes their planes so they're statically imbalanced. So if you let go of the controls for just a second, the thing will veer off, and that's designed, of course, to help evade enemy fire. A movie is basically a statically imbalanced fighter jet. You let go for 10 seconds and it flies into the mountain and crashes. It just does. There's so many ways it can go wrong. And so, by the way, what's also true is, Katharine Hepburn's line, which is "show me a happy film set and I'll show you a really boring movie." So
that's not always true.
Conflict can be useful too. But the point is, there are so many different ways it can go wrong. And in some senses, you would have to say it's a miracle when one of them comes out right. But a lot of it, I think, is just, going in, we shouldn't be doing this, but there's somebody with a lot of power, or a movie star or what have you, that's influencing people to sort of forget their analytical skills and forget their passions and just say, well, we got to make a movie, let's make it.
I think, if you look at a perfectly researched project that was just not a good movie, I think of, and I hope nobody here worked on it, and I hope nobody is recording this.
They are.
Okay, I'm really sorry, Graham King. But if you look at The Tourist, okay, that is a perfect movie on paper.
Yep.
You have Johnny Depp, you have Angelina Jolie. You're shooting all over the most
Florian
gorgeous places.
Van Donnismarck.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And that's a movie. It's so hard to greenlight a movie right now because in the wake of the DVD collapse, studios don't know how to greenlight a picture. This is something that I wrote about in my book. Peter Chernin tells me that the studio heads turned to him and said, we don't know how to do a P&L anymore in the wake of the DVD collapse. So you get a movie like The Tourist. Angelina Jolie is going to open foreign. She's one of the biggest female stars foreign. That Johnny Depp is going to open foreign. He's one of the biggest stars foreign. And so everybody just signs on to this project, and it has a gigantic budget, and you have the most gorgeous backdrops possible. But it just so happened that in this particular movie, he looked like a girl, she looked like a boy, and and it just didn't work.
And oh, by the way, the director wanted to make a small drama.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so things don't work on paper; they have to work on the screen, right? So when you're working off of paper, right? You're not looking, it's like it's automatic, right? This had to work. But no, it has to work on the script. It has to work on the page.
But there was a way to maybe make that work. But I think that's an example of they made a package. They didn't make a movie.
Exactly.
And that's a very common way that movies go bad.
That would be my answer often to
Yes.
how are bad movies made.
Me too. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was why I used it.
Yeah.
But don't you believe too that, and The Tourist is a good example for what you're talking about. So I'm actually not going to use that as in this next question. But don't you believe that really great television has set the bar higher now, and that movies that maybe are even okay don't achieve anything? So we're not talking about bad movies. We're just talking about unsuccessful films.
But I think these are causally related. I think the more we make franchises and the more we make reboots, the best of our talent
Goes to TV.
goes to TV.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.